I've traveled to 22 countries. I've built a successful career. I've invested in the stock market and real estate. I've earned degrees, built businesses, taught students, and raised a beautiful family. And I checked many of the boxes we're told are supposed to mean that you've made it. But lately, I've been asking myself a different question. What is the point of building wealth if you are too busy to enjoy the life you built? Because there would always be another goal, another promotion, another investment, maybe another business milestone, and definitely another number to reach. And if you're not careful, you can spend your entire life preparing to live instead of actually living. Something that happened this summer really brought that home for me. Welcome to Lifestyle with Dr. Lena. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Lena. I'm a professor, an investor, a business executive, entrepreneur, a content creator, and I run a beautiful family and a tech executive. And while many people know me talking about money, investing, and real estate, this channel is about something bigger. The life we're building all of that wealth for. This summer, we decided to do something differently. Instead of taking another big trip, we decided to have a staycation. Now, I love traveling. I've traveled to 22 countries. My goal is to travel the world. But after living in our city for almost 2 decades, I realized there were experiences right around us that I had never taken time to enjoy. NASA, for example, a few hours away. People travel from all over the world to experience this, and somehow, after traveling to 22 countries, I'd never really explored something practically in my home backyard. So this summer, we became a tourist in our city. We explored, we learned, we slowed down, and spent time together. And what surprised me was how much I genuinely enjoyed it. No airports, no long flights, and no complicated itinerary. No feeling like I needed another vacation after vacation. You know that feeling. And it made me realize something. Sometimes we become so focused on what is the next that we stop seeing what is now. That next vacation, that next promotion, the next income level, that next house, the next investment, the next version of ourselves. Sometimes the life we're working so hard to create is already happening. We just haven't slowed down long enough to notice it. For a long time, success was easy for me to define. Work hard, get educated, build a successful career, increase your income, invest, buy assets, and keep achieving. That was it. And I still believe in all of those things. I'm still ambitious and I still have big goals. But I realize there's a danger in constantly moving the finish line. You get the degree and there's another certification. You get the promotion and there's another position. You reach one income goal and suddenly there's another number. You buy one house, you buy an investment, and immediately you start thinking about the next one. And one day, I started thinking, asking myself, what exactly am I accomplishing all of this for? Because achievement should help us create the life we want. Achievement shouldn't become the life. Two different things. That realization has also changed the way I think about the wealth. I used to think primarily about financial wealth, income, investment, real estate, asset net worth, and financial security absolutely matters. But today, I think wealth is much bigger than money. For me, there are 5 types of wealth: money, time, health, peace, and of course, social wealth. There's the reason why they say health is wealth. There's why network is your net worth, and relationships. And you can be wealthy in one category while being completely depleted in another. You can make a lot of money and have no time. You can have an incredible career and no peace. You can own a beautiful home but barely have time to enjoy it. You can travel around the world and be too exhausted to experience where you are. And you can spend decades building financial security while positioning your life until retirement. I don't want that. I want financial wealth, but I also want time. And then I want health. And also, I want meaningful relationships. I want experiences, want to travel the world, and I want peace, most importantly. And that made me realize something. After all those years of investing and building assets, money was never really the end goal. Freedom was. The freedom to choose how to spend more of your time, the freedom to do work I enjoy, and the freedom to teach, to create, to travel, to spend time with a family that I love. The freedom to say yes to opportunities that align with the life I want. And the freedom to say no to the ones that I don't. That's what financial freedom means to me. Money is the tool, life is the reason, and financial freedom is the goal. And I want to make something very clear. I'm not becoming less ambitious. Absolutely not. I still want to grow. I still want to build. I still have investments I want to make, businesses I want to grow, places I want to travel, and things I want to accomplish. But I'm learning that ambition and contentment can coexist. You can want more for tomorrow without treating today like it doesn't matter. You can build wealth and enjoy life. You can work hard without glorifying exhaustion. You can save for retirement whilst still making memories today. You can pursue the next level while appreciating the level you currently live in. For me, the goal isn't less ambition, it's more intentional ambition. And that's really why I created Lifestyle with Dr. Lina. On Money Talk with Dr. Lina, I talk about how to build wealth. But here, I want to explore a different question. What are we building the wealth for? I want to bring you behind the scenes of the life behind the numbers. Career, travel, family, lifestyle, productivity, personal growth, the things I'm learning, the things I'm changing, and yes, occasionally, money, because our finances affect almost every part of our lifestyle. But this isn't about pretending I have the perfect life. Absolutely not. I'm still figuring out the balance too. I simply want to become more intentional about building a life that I don't have to constantly escape from. So before you go, I want you to think about one question. Imagine your finances were handled, your bills are paid, your future is secured, your investments are growing. You have enough. What would you actually want your life to look like? And I don't mean that. What would you buy? What would your ordinary Tuesday look like? What time would you wake up? Would you travel more? Would you exercise more? What would you stop doing? And what would you finally make time for? Because your answers tell you something important. They tell you what you are actually building wealth for, your exact goal. I don't want to spend my entire life waiting for a Friday, waiting for a vacation, waiting for the next milestone, waiting for retirement, waiting for someday. I still want to build an extraordinary future, but I also want to enjoy the life I have today. And I don't think we don't have to choose between the two. If you're ambitious and building something meaningful, you also want to create a life you actually have time to enjoy. Subscribe to Lifestyle with Dr. Lina and tell me in the comments, what does a rich life mean to you beyond money? For me, I'm realizing something more and more. Money gives you options, but what are the life we create with those options? That's the real wealth. I'll see you in the next video.